the heck does this work?
What's up, everybody? So I went to school at UNLV from 2006, right after I graduated from high school, to 2010. A pretty big gym, and I was super excited because I was always like an athlete. While I was a kid, I just remember always going to soccer practice since I was like 4 years old, and I played until I was in intermediate school. So I just always remember playing soccer and going to practice and playing soccer games and having like potlucks. That was so exciting. It was like the highlight of my childhood. But so I did that. I played softball, took swimming lessons, I paddled canoe. I grew up in Hawaii, so of course we're surrounded by water. I surfed with my brother, boogie board, bowling. Oh, I ran track in intermediate. I was a cheerleader in intermediate. I played volleyball. I played a lot of shit. Like, I used to going to practice. But when I went to UNLV, like, it didn't have anything to do with study. So when they opened up the gym there, I was super excited. So I would go, because I lived on campus, so I'd go like before class, like go on the elliptical, you know, and I felt really good. And then so I did that for like 2 years, and then I graduated from UNLV in 2010, and then I started working, and it's fun because it's all active where everyone there is young and we're going to the gyms, and we got like super into the gym, like supplements and whatever, protein drinks, what else, Fatburners. Like, I got so addicted to Fatburners. We worked out a lot, and then I went through a breakup in 2012. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I was sad. That's where the unhealthiness happened. My brother lived here, so he trained me. Like, we would get up at 5 in the morning and we would like run around the track and do all of this martial artist stuff, and I felt like so good. But the only thing is that it was artificial good. Like, I would wake up, pop a fat burner, and then feel like on top of the world. Like, I kind of felt like a drug addict, because like I was addicted to that shit. Like, it curbs your hunger, it gives you like this crazy energy. So I would do that for so long. My brother and I would go like running for like 8 miles, and like I would just feel so euphoric. So, but the problem was that I didn't know do that on my own, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would rely on Fatburners to get to that point. Like, I didn't know how to control my hunger, but like I wasn't hungry most of the time because of the Fatburners. That was in 2012. So in 2012, like, I went 3 months now, just eating romaine lettuce. Like, I chopped up the romaine lettuce, chicken breast. I cooked it on the George Foreman grill. Dressing, that's all I would eat. And you know those Nature Valley granola bars? Yeah, I would just eat like 2 of those because it comes with 2. That's all I would eat for the whole day. And like, I was working swing shifts. My hunger would be like it would be like in my soul. Like, holy shit, dude, like, I'm so freaking hungry. Like, I would get to the point where I'm so hungry, like, it felt like it was like to my spine, like my stomach. In 2013, I got another job. Okay, that's it, I can't do this anymore. It was too much. So I quit the part-time job, and I just had a full-time job. And that full-time job like helped me to stay fit. I'd literally walk like 16,000 to 20,000 steps. And like, you know, chicks with thick thighs, like, I would like make a fire like girl. Slowing down on Fatburners. Like, when I tell you that I was addicted to Fatburners, like, I was like literally addicted. So like a few days out of the week I would try and not have caffeine at work, and like, to tell you, I would get the meanest headache. So anyways, so then I quit my job, because ever since I was a child I wanted to be a physician, and I would literally think about it every day. Like, and I was like, you know what, this is what God wants me to be. I'm going to be a physician. Like it was always in the back of my brain, but I was like, nah, I cannot already. Too old. But then I did it. And I went back to school full time as a STEM student. Like, I had to start from the very bottom, like very bottom math class, like math 96. And I met my really good friend that I still keep in touch with her. She was a teacher, and she just like sparked this spark in me. But anyway, so I met her and I did really well. My first class that I had in over 7 years, I did like super well. I think I got an A- in math class. I never did math for so long, so I was super happy about that, super pumped. So then I continued taking all these organic chemistry classes, anatomy and physiology classes, my favorite. I was part of the anatomy and physiology honor society. I was the vice president. So I was involved in all these things. I would volunteer at the hospital. Like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Like, nothing's gonna hold me back. And like, when I do something, like, I need to do it like 100%. So I did all of that. Like, it literally took up all my time. So I would just work out like maybe once or twice in my garage, because I got this elliptical like from the thrift shop, and that still worked. And I have like a Rogue squat machine or squat rack, so I did that like once or twice a week. And like, I totally was neglecting my self-care. I'm like, you know, I gotta be ruthless with my studies, you know, like, I need to be what God put me on earth to be. So like about 1.5 years into my continuation of education, my grandparents from Hawaii came here. To tell you that I was so happy that they were here would be like an understatement, because my grandma and grandpa like raised me. Like, they're gonna live here in Las Vegas with me, so I was super happy. Things like quickly like turned around on me, because studying like literally took up 80% of my time, of my like awake time. And I had my 2 grandparents to take care of, and it was just me. So I was like, oh my gosh. But I was like, I gotta do this, because my grandparents raised me, you know, it's my turn. They were like, I think 89 when they came here. When I say that I take on too much for me to handle, and then it like messes with my mental health, yeah. This was like the hardest shit I ever did in my life, but I don't regret it. Like, I don't regret it at all, but that's not to say that it was really hard. Like, so I would have to study and watch my grandparents, because I put so much time and energy in everything but myself. So like, no self-love. Like, I fell into this like really deep depression. Like, I am the happiest person ever, and to hear that like come out of my mouth, like, depression, like, I wish I don't know what depression is, but like, I was in deep depression. Like, I felt like my cup was empty. Like, this is like my only choice. So I neglected myself for a long time. And like, I just did the best I could, you know, but I still did really, 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 really well in school. Like, so my mom finally retired, and then she came to Vegas, and I finally had help. But I don't regret it at all. Like, I thank God that I got the opportunity to take care of my grandparents in their last days, because my Grammy passed away last year, May 1st, 2019. And my grandpa passed away this year, July 19th. And then my Grammy passed away in May 1st, 2019. And I was just shattered. Like, that is like my second mom. Like, someone who took care of me. And like, I was just shattered. I still haven't, it's like, what is it, December 2nd, 2020. But I was just really grateful that, you know, God, that I was so freaking strong to like go to school and take care of my grandparents, you know. And then so she passed away, and like, I don't know, I feel like I didn't take it that bad when she passed away, because I was so thankful that on May 20th I went to watch movies with my mom and my niece, and then it was really dark, fractured my ankle actually, so I was in a cast for I think 6 months. So I couldn't go to the gym then, dig deeper into depression, because I couldn't move. Like, I had the rolly thingy and my air cast, and I had to go to Hawaii for my grandma's funeral. And October of 2019, my dog of 11 years passed away. So 2019 was like freaking terrible, you know, and that was my baby. So even more, like, freaking life was just keep on freaking knocking me when I was down, you know. So all this time, like, no gym, no eating healthy, like, fuck all that shit, you know. So, and I was still in school too, so I was still taking biology classes, still taking physics classes. My dog died. My grandma just passed away 3 months before that. So like, I was like fucking going through it. So then December 2019, I was like, yeah, to the end of this, I took all my classes. Let's go take the MCAT. I signed up for it. GPA is not high enough. And I'm like, what the? Like, I kind of cried, like, okay, well, like, I put my heart and my soul and my tears, and I lost sleep over this shit. And I canceled my MCAT appointment, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So it's January 2020 now. I got COVID-19, and I know this because I had all the symptoms, and I have like asthma. So like, I was sick for a really long time. Like, I lost my sense of taste, and I would tell everybody like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not even sick anymore, but I can't taste anything. And like, everybody was like, oh, you're just probably over exaggerating. And so, and the gym's closed, so I was trying to work out at home. So I think the gym's open back up in June, I want to say. Hold on, okay? In June. So then I hit the ground running, like, come on bitch, let's do this. I kind of made like this community of people at the gym, so that I'm accountable, you know. So we're like, oh, you're gonna take HIIT classes, okay girl, I'll see you there, like, you know. So like, every like Thursday every Thursday, my dog's hungry, but every Thursday we take like commit classes and body pump. So like, I love that, like, having a community and being accountable, the best thing you can do for yourself, and having an active lifestyle. So super happy I got into that. And then my diet has been just straight up intuitive eating. So I'm not even gonna lie, when it's about to be my period, like, I just go ham on the chocolate chip cookies. And after that, like, it's always before my period, but then after that, like, I'm all good. Like, I can do salads and whatever. December 2020, I'm like, you know what, I gotta push it further. I want to be like this representation of a plus size person who loves movement and stuff.